What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cat back with another video for you guys. Today we have a DLC 5 discussion and whether or not DLC 5 will bring this game back to life, or will it stay dead, or will it just put it on lifeline for a little bit. But before we get into that video, guys, first off, we're gonna have some Super Android 18 gameplay in the background for y'all. Also, I did do a reaction to the Super Itachi's or Perfection, whatever you want to call the man. His message to all his haters in the Xenoverse community. I did a reaction to it, like a lot of you guys hit me up on Twitter about. A lot of you guys hit me up on Twitter to react to that on my reaction channel. So if you haven't seen that and you would like to, link to that will be down below in the description. But now let's get into this video about Xenoverse 2 DLC 5 and whether or not this is going to bring back life to the game, keep it dead, or put the game on a lifeline. And honestly, I'm leaning towards the side of putting the game on a short lifeline for a couple weeks due to a couple facts. The first one is the fact that a lot of people don't even want to buy the DLC. That right there keeps it dead for a lot of people in general, just due to the fact that they don't want to buy it because they have already bought the season pass and they are frustrated that they bought a season pass and they're not getting all DLC that comes out with this game. But guys, you also have to understand that why can't I talk today? What the hell's going on? But the Xenoverse 2 DLC season pass said 4 DLCs will be included in this season pass. So that right there should have let you know right when we got DLC 4, that was the last DLC you got in that season pass. And if there was any future DLC, it would be very similar to how they did in Naruto Ninja Storm 4, how they brought the Boruto DLC afterwards and you had to pay for it. It's going to be the exact same setup with this one. But a lot of people feel that, you know, Majin Buu and Super Buu and Dabura should have already been in the game. That's another thing that's turning a lot of people off from this DLC, is the fact that these are characters that should have been in the game since the beginning. Like, a lot of people feel that these are characters that we should have had from the very beginning, as opposed to the whole Boruto DLC that came in for Ninja Storm 4. Boruto was brand new to the anime, brand new character to the anime, to the game, never been in a game period, and he's never really been seen besides the movie. Super Buu, Buhan and Dabura, we've seen them plenty in the anime, of course, and we've seen them plenty in past video games as well. So those are characters that it's like, you know, it's like okay, they could bring life back for like a week or two or something like that, but it's not really anything new. It's nothing new in the sense of characters that we've never seen in a Dragon Ball game before, like when we got Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, Zamasu, Merge Zamasu. These are characters that we've never seen in a Dragon Ball game before, period. Like, period. Everybody was extremely hyped for those. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of people are excited for Super Buu and Dabura. Buhan, I keep calling him Super Buu. For Buhan and Dabura, but a lot of people are turned off from this DLC due to the fact of that they gotta pay for it, and the fact that these are characters that we should have already had. Now, continuing on why I think that this is just gonna be a lifeline to the game. Unless they drop some new game modes or anything, like a new game mode or anything like that, which is very possible, because if anybody watches Endakuba, if you've seen one of his videos where he showed on the Switch, it basically had this area in Kanton City that had a building that is not on the PS4 or Xbox One versions, I believe, and it said something about content coming this fall, this winter. So I don't know if maybe there's going to be some kind of new game mode, but if they do bring a new game mode, the game will be back, in my opinion, if it's fun. But if they don't do anything like that, this game is just going to be on lifeline, because all we're going to be getting in the end is a couple new characters, a couple skills, and maybe a couple costumes. And the costumes could be like, it could be very well lame as shit. Like, they've given us Yajirobe's costume, the whole like police patroller costume or whatever it's called. Like, we've gotten costumes like that in DLCs, and those costumes nobody wants to see. Now, if they bring some costumes, maybe like Hit's costume, Merge Zamasu's, Time Patroller Bardock's, not Time Patroller, the Masked Man Bardock's, that costume. If they give us costumes like those, then yes, those are costumes people want to see. But knowing Xenoverse, they really don't usually give us things that we want to see as far as costumes go. They'll give us some characters that we would like to see every now and then, but usually as far as costumes go and things like that, we never see what we want. We've wanted Hit's costume since the very first, like, since we've known who Hit was. We wanted Hit's costume to be in this game, and with many other things like the Patora earrings, we still have not gotten that. They did finally address the whole Majin symbol and the Saiyan tail, but the Saiyan tail was absolutely ass. Like, it was a horrible accessory that barely anybody uses now because it's so stiff. And it's just a lot of things that, you know, we've asked Xenoverse for, but that they have never given us as far as accessories and clothes. So I really don't know if the accessories and clothes that we receive in this DLC are going to be something that turns people on to buy the DLC or to get them back on the game, because remember, you have to pay for this DLC no matter what, if you have a season pass or not. And the only way people are going to buy it that did have the season pass is if they get something exclusive that, you know, they never expected or they really wanted for a long time and they finally given it to us. Something like that. They need to drop something special in this DLC to bring this game back to life. But until then, based off the news that we have received so far, this DLC is basically going to put this game on lifeline for a couple weeks. And if you do purchase this DLC, I'm basically telling you in advance that you're only really going to play it for about a week or two, unless you really love Xenoverse, or if you YouTube the game, make videos of it or something like that. But most people who just play the game for fun, to enjoy it and things like that, or play ranked, they're really just going to be on it for like a week or two with the new DLC, and then they'll be back to their other games that have just come out this fall. So like I said, I really don't see this DLC bringing life back to this game, unless they bring some new game mode that is absolutely amazing, really fun, that you can play with your friends or something like that, that'll bring full life back to Xenoverse. But as of right now, I see the DLC putting this game on a lifeline, as if anything, it'll be on a lifeline if it does not remain dead, because again, a lot of people will not even buy this DLC due to the fact that, you know, they're characters that we should have had from the very beginning of the game. But all in all, let me know what you guys think on my opinions of the DLC 5, on whether or not it's going to save Xenoverse, whether it's going to keep it down, or whether it'll put it on a lifeline. Again, I feel it's going to put Xenoverse on a lifeline, as if anything. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys think that this could possibly save Xenoverse, if DLC 5 will bring back full life to the game to where everybody gets back on it and they start enjoying it again. Because again, the only way I feel that'll happen is if they give us, you know, some new game mode. But all in all, man, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, hope y'all have a good day. Peace, y'all.